"Don't spill petrol on the carpet again," says Ali Price, laughing as his flatmate Finn Russell wheels his 20cc motorbike through the living room. "Do you think we could get to Murrayfield on this?" jokes Russell. 20 miles an hour all the way. Scotland's halfbacks are as unpredictable off the pitch as they are on it. Sharing a flat in the heart of Glasgow, they have become the nation's new double act ahead of this year's Six Nations. They have now lived together for 6 months. During that time, Gregor Townsend has taken over as Scotland coach and overseen 2 victories over Australia and a narrow defeat by the All Blacks. "Living and playing together definitely helps," says Price, the current incumbent of the number 9 jersey. "Finn's a pretty chilled landlord. We're comfortable with each other and know what to expect." You see a little bit of that with Rhys Webb and Dan Biggar at the Ospreys in Wales. "We might talk rugby on the drive back from training, or mention it while watching TV. But it's not forced." Their fast and loose approach fits perfectly into Townsend's vision. "We go on holiday together too," adds Russell, the number 10. "We've had a couple of trips to Ibiza. The first time, I just come back from a fractured skull. Ali was supposed to be looking after me. He let me penguin dive into the pool on the first day and smack my head on the bottom. What did you do? Go to the barman and ask for some ice to tape to my forehead." Should Scotland carry through their autumn form to the Six Nations kicking off against Wales, it is likely the Price-Russell residence will be at the heart of any post-tournament parties. Their relationship with Townsend traces back to Glasgow Warriors, who the former fly half coached before taking on the top job with Scotland last summer. Aged 44, Townsend is the youngest head coach in the Six Nations but has already been tipped as a contender to lead the Lions in 2021. "Gregor's massive on detail and analysis of opposition," says Price. "His playbook is different every week and you have to keep up. He's changed the speed, shape, style and tempo that we want to play at. It definitely helps that a lot of us knew him at Glasgow. I think he's really enjoying it." Since the autumn internationals, Townsend has shadowed Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. He is a relatively young coach with ambitions to avoid another false dawn after the nation's latest revival. "He wants to learn as much as possible," says Russell. "When we came back from the Lions tour, he asked what we could bring back to the Scotland environment. We have a different relationship now to when he was at Glasgow. It's not as full-on. He's given the boys a lot of belief. We realize the Six Nations is different to the autumn tests but, like everyone else, we want to win it. Last year we went to Twickenham for the Triple Crown and got 60 points put on us. We got back to the hotel and thought, what the hell just happened? It was weird. Hopefully it'll be a different story this year." For Price, 2017 proved to be his breakthrough year. Cut from a similar fast-twitch fiber to Webb, the Have-A-Go scrum half started 8 out of 9 tests after making his debut in Greg Laidlaw's absence through injury. The 24-year-old, 8 months younger than Russell, was born in Kings Lynn, England, but qualified for Scotland through his mother and was signed up by Townsend in 2013. "Making a go of rugby wasn't really an option until I was 20, says Price. "At one point, I combined training with a job making bread in a bakery. I'd be up at 3 a.m. to drive to Hunstanton and to start work. I was the guy who put in the yeast, eggs, water and flour then kneaded it all together. I'd finish at 11 a.m. and that was my working day. It all happened really quickly." For Russell, this will be his last Scotland campaign before joining Racing 92 this summer. He will replace Stan Carter in Paris, with the All Blacks legend heading to Japan to join the Kobe Steelers. "They are pretty big boots to fill but it should be good fun," says Russell. "I'm already getting French lessons. It's something that's been in my head a while now. I thought about going out to Montpellier with Vern Cotter last year, but I was still in contract and couldn't get out of it. Some of my best friends are here so it was a hard decision, but the time's right. I thought about the Premiership, Wasps and Bath, but I'll probably enjoy the French style a bit more. Don't worry though, Ali, I still think England's great, just not for me. How are those white boots?" Shaking his head, Price responds, "Always gets an English joke in. There will be no doubt where Price's loyalties lie when England arrive.